Hey everybody, welcome to another tutorial from the Reaper blog. In this video I want to show you this free plugin you can get for a limited time from Focusrite and SoundRadix. It's called SurferEQ2 Boogie. And what this is a stripped down version of SurferEQ2. It's a 3-band EQ, and one of those bands can be set to a pitch tracking mode. And this is a pretty unique thing. It's very difficult to set up a pitch tracking EQ manually. And it's a feature that's not really found outside of SurferEQ. So first, you're probably wondering how you get this yourself. So you can get this plugin through the Focusrite plugin collective. It is for Focusrite customers, but I have a feeling that you just need to sign up for a free account on Focusrite.com, click on register, and then at the top of the page, you'll see this month's offer. It will send you over to the SoundRadix website with a code that you can enter to get this plugin for free. And this is only available through the month of October, and next month there will be something new. It is a pretty cool EQ that is probably unlike anything you have in your arsenal right now. All right, so let's go through some of these controls. We've got a bypass on the SoundRadix logo here, undo and redo, and an A/B toggle. We have an overall gain amount, and then we have our 3 bands. So starting on the low band, we've got switchable bell and shelf EQs, gain control on the left side, Q on the right side, and frequency in the center. And this EQ has some really interesting curves. So let's turn off these, and you can see the different shapes. A really smooth low shelf curve. This one has a little mid dip in it. This has a more drastic mid dip, and this one has a peak at the cutoff frequency. And the same thing you'll find when you reverse the curve. And when we boost or cut, these curves are also quite interesting, especially this one with a dip on either side of a very wide boost. Pretty interesting, and I think alone this kind of makes it worth getting. Same thing for the high shelf, and the main interest of this is that surfer function. So we've got our peaking filter in the center, and we can choose a frequency, but we can also have this track the pitch of the incoming audio. When this is set to 1, it's going to detect that note, and it's going to boost or cut the same note that is coming in, the fundamental frequency of the part that's being played. With the EQ off, it sounds like this. Not too interesting. Here we're doing a nice big boost. So it automates that boost for the frequency that you choose. And you can also choose any harmonic above that fundamental frequency. So I'm going to set this to, let's do 8. Now, if we just did a 738 hertz boost, here's how it would sound on every note. Not quite the same effect. Now, this type of pitch tracking EQ is not necessary for the majority of your mixing work. Don't try to use this on everything. It's not going to be your go-to EQ for every track. It's a little too broad, it's a little too specialized, but it is nonetheless very, very interesting and a cool plugin to have. One more quick demo with a faster thing, just so you can see how this actually tracks. So that's a little too slow, so we're going to set this, we can adjust this pitch threshold and pitch tolerance. And nice big boost. Do a narrow Q. And you can make some pretty interesting effects doing that. Or a big dip. Anyways, it's a very interesting effect. Here's an example. I think I should throw it out where sometimes it doesn't actually work as expected. So got it on a 3-note chord for this kind of thick pad sound. This pitch tracking just will not cooperate. So you can't always expect it to work. So as I said before, this is going to be your go-to. It's not going to solve every problem, but for certain things, it works very well. Let's switch over to the bass guitar example I have. And so it's just a DI bass, and I've got SurferEQ on it. Let's hear it dry. All right, so we're going to use SurferEQ to kind of clean up that low end a little bit. Let's do it at the second harmonic and bring it down and use the narrow band. And let's just try something at random, 8th harmonic. And if it's not surfing, and surfing. And it can be kind of a subtle change, but it could be the perfect thing for your mix. So anyways, I just wanted to show you this free plugin before it's not available anymore. And if you're interested in more capability of SurferEQ, check out SurferEQ2 from SoundRadix. You can select any of the bands to surf, multiple bands, really, really cool to be able to do that. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Support the Reaper blog through Patreon. And visit reaperblog.net for a lot more tutorials.